President Bush says he's considering holding a summit with the Israeli and Palestinian prime ministers. He made his declaration just after Israel's Prime Minister Ariel Sharon announced that he's ready to accept the so-called roadmap to peace. The international initiative sets out a process for establishing a Palestinian state by 2005. Mr. Sharon will put it to his cabinet for approval on Sunday. Well, our correspondent Richard Galpin is in Jerusalem. Richard, reading between the lines, what is the deal here? What allowances have been made explicitly or implicitly to enable the Israeli government to adopt the roadmap, if this is in fact what they go ahead and do?
Well, I think, to be honest with you, we don't really know. I mean, the statement made by the Americans yesterday was totally contradictory. They were saying that they would take on board, they would address fully and seriously the Israeli concerns during the implementation of the roadmap. And then at the same time, just afterwards, Colin Powell gave a news conference in which he said that there would be no changes to the roadmap whatsoever. So clearly trying to please both the Israelis and the Palestinian sides. And we really don't know what, if any, concessions will be actually made to the Israelis. But they are obviously going to be critical because the Israelis, it's very unlikely they will press ahead unless those concerns really are taken into consideration.
How has the news that President Bush is considering a summit jointly with the two prime ministers been received by the Israeli government? Is it seen as a helpful move or as a coercive move?
Well, I think inevitably it's likely to be seen as being pressure on the Israelis. I think certainly everyone believes that it's very unlikely that there will be progress on Middle East peace unless there is a significant input from the Americans. And obviously having President Bush right there in the negotiations is going to be a very, very important factor. And I'm sure the Palestinians will welcome that, not least as they know that in a way that time is running out. There is due to be an election in the United States next year, and the Palestinians know that President Bush will not be focused on this issue from next year, and it will be very unlikely that he would put pressure on the Israelis during the election year. So it's critical that this summit takes place. It may well be the means by which the whole process, if you like, is kick-started.
Galpin, thank you so much.